We have been talking about self-knowledge and its limits, and how much of your mind is simply inaccessible to your consciousness, including mental processes involved in your personality, attitudes, and perception. I promised another video on how to increase your self-knowledge despite the difficulty, and that's coming out very soon. But today I wanted to review some very useful techniques to get a more accurate representation, maybe even the truth, out of others around you. So you can use the science of self-knowledge and its limits to better understand others, often more accurately than they understand themselves. The research and expert practice give us three main strategies that you can use today to figure other people out. Now, these are important strategies because you know too well that people are motivated to hide or disguise their true motives and attitudes. In the scientific literature, this is called self-presentation. They can try to hide things with explicit measures, which you can bypass by noticing their implicit measures, which are in full view if you know what to do and what to look for. Hey everyone, I'm Henry, and you're watching day 48 of my channel, Henry's Millions, where I dive deep into psychology, philosophy, spirituality, and mind mastery, helping you unlock your personal potential and understand the forces that shape your life. Today's talk, again, is based on a paper titled Self-Knowledge, Its Limits, Value, and Potential for Improvement, 2004, by Wilson and Dunn. All right, let's just jump right in. Today, you will be relieved. Should be a shorter video. You're welcome. All right, here are the three main strategies that you can use today to figure out other people. Number one, don't completely trust what someone says about themselves. Explicit self-reports are often unreliable because people may be motivated to hide, distort, or simply lack access to their true motives, feelings, or attitudes. Much of our mental life is unconscious and inaccessible even to ourselves. And implicit motives and attitudes often drive behavior without conscious awareness. Implicit meaning it's not within our immediate conscious control, like automatic processes, okay? As opposed to explicit. So implicit motives and attitudes, they drive behavior without conscious awareness. And self-reports, meaning what you're reporting about yourself, may reflect, or the other person, may reflect personal theories or social desirability rather than actual internal states. So the tip here is take what people say about themselves as one data point, but look for patterns in their behavior, in their choices and reactions for deeper insights. That was like key when I first came across that. And it's just very useful, it's very helpful to think about what somebody is saying about themselves specifically as just a data point instead of the holy grail, the whole truth, something I should take at face value. It's just a data point, and I'm going to collect other data points. Very useful to think about it this way, this perspective. All right, number two, get others to talk about their impressions of ideas, images, or people. Okay, this is key. Get others to talk about their impressions of ideas, images, and people. Okay, so they're not talking about themselves, they're talking about another object. So projective and indirect techniques, which is what this is, projective, indirect technique, like asking for stories about ambiguous images or their impressions of others, can reveal implicit motives and attitudes that your person may not be able or willing to articulate directly, right? Implicit motives or attitudes. They're hidden. The person may not be aware of them, may not be conscious of them, but they're there. And when you ask them to tell you stories, to focus on something else and give you their impression, you can can find this out, their implicit motives and attitudes. For example, I've spoken about this before in a previous video, the thematic apperception test, TAT. It asks people to interpret pictures, and their narratives often reveal underlying motives, especially for achievement, power, affiliation, things of that sort. And those things may not match what they're self-reporting. Very interesting. And social perception research shows us that people's impressions of others are shaped by their own motives and unconscious biases. So asking about their reactions to third parties or situations can expose hidden aspects of their own personality. Remember that. The tip here is to use open-ended questions about scenarios, images, or third parties to surface patterns that reflect your person's implicit motives or attitudes, okay? And number 3, the third tip for today, is to increase cognitive load while asking questions. We talked about this before in a previous video. This whole idea of cognitive load, right? Get people busy, using their mental energies, making an effort. And then when you ask them something else, they don't have enough cognitive capacity or energy to lie or to figure out what they want to tell you, instead of maybe what the truth is. So 3 is increase cognitive load while asking your questions. Lying and self-presentation require mental effort. When people are under cognitive load, like they're asked to answer quickly, or you want them to maintain eye contact with you, or you ask them to recall events in a reverse order. Do you see what I'm saying? All of these different things increase the energy, the cognitive energy the person you're speaking with has to expend. So it becomes harder for them to fabricate or suppress information. Research shows that liars, or those trying to hide something, have a harder time maintaining their stories under cognitive load, leading to more detectable inconsistencies or longer response times. So the tip here is, in conversations you have with others or with your target, you can gently increase the cognitive load by asking unexpected or detailed questions, by requesting that stories be told in a reverse order, some order that's not like very easy for them to memorize or to make up, right? And having the person maintain eye contact while answering. So important. Maintain eye contact. I'm going to do this in the reverse for you. Maintain eye contact. Request that stories be told in a reverse or some order that's not the chronological order. And asking unexpected or detailed questions. Very useful. There was a few more strategies to figuring people out. Not as important and interesting as these, but like observing body language is important, nonverbal cues, listening to the tone and the context, getting feedback from others, and watching for behavior patterns, right? Consistent actions over time are more reliable than statements. This stuff you know. So I hope that you will remember to use one or all of these 3 strategies I've shared with you today. And I'm very interested, I'm sure a lot of viewers are interested, what you used and what strategy you applied and how it worked and what you found. I mean, you don't have to be very specific, but just share it with us in the comments. I would really like to read that. So, all right, so that's day 48 today. And look out for day 49, where I'm going to be talking about ways to increase or enhance your self-knowledge, because most of it is unconscious. Don't listen to all the hype or BS online today. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And look out for the next installment. Thanks.